Nick Pavetta's Padres debut could not have gone better. 7 scoreless innings, allowing just 1 hit and facing the minimum, securing the 4-game sweep of the Atlanta Braves. We welcome you back to San Diego at Petco Park, where tonight it's Jackson Merrill bobblehead night. It's also game 1 of 3 between the Cleveland Guardians and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. What a weekend for the Padres as they come away with a 4-game sweep. Second time in franchise history they've gone 4-0. How are they doing it? A little bit of everything.
Everything is right. They're mixing it up. The recipe is coming out some kind of nice, and they're showing the baseball world on the showcase line that they are hot right now. How are they doing it? As Donnie mentioned, let's start with the base running. Fernando Tatis Jr. got to be careful because he might steal third as well. How about with the power? Lefty on lefty. Jake Cronenworth hoping to have a good year right out of the gate. He goes yard with a little bit of power. And then the stellar starts. Randy Vasquez with the breaking ball, one of the integral parts of the rotation. Nick Pivetta, the newly acquired right-hander. He was dealing upstairs from the breaking ball. Robert Suarez with the save, but when he's not available, it's nice to see the lefty Adrian Morejon and others go in to shut down a ball game. And then how about defense? When the ball's put in play, leave it to the infield for San Diego to get the job done. Throwing to the right bases, getting outs on the base paths, high fives all the way around. It's been a fun 4-game set against the Atlanta Braves. Keep it hot tonight against the Guardians.
It's all working right now for the Padres, especially the starting pitching. And tonight we get our first look at Kyle Hart.
The left-hander earned it. Kyle Hart in the rotation. He pitched in the KBO last year, and here are the numbers. A lot of innings. Hey, that's pretty good. The ERA just at 2.69. The whip very, very nice. He won the One Choi Dong One Award. It's the equivalent of the Cy Young Award here in the States. So the one thing that sticks out, Donnie, is the 182 strikeouts. Let's have a good start tonight for Kyle Hart.
Coming up, the bench brings it. At the end of spring training, there were some tough decisions made about the Padres bench. Now just 4 games in, the bench is bringing it. Bob Scanlon with more. We return to San Diego. Baseball is presented by Sequan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. By PNC Bank, opening week presented by PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. By your San Diego County Toyota dealers, a proud partner of the Padres. And by Jack in the Box. The Smashed Jack is back with so much more beef. Padres and Guardians, game 1 of a 3-game series. Before we get it started, let's send it down to field level and Bob Scanlon.
John, thank you so much. During the final week of spring training, Mike Shildt declared that it was the toughest spring training that he had ever been a part of with regards to making the final decisions of the position players that were going to be coming off of his bench. Tough problem to have, but a good problem to have, because there were over a half a dozen guys that deserved to make the team. Well, those tough decisions were made, and it looks like the Padres nailed it, because this bench has actually been a big contributor in the first 4 wins. Mike Shildt's been pushing all the right buttons, including in the season opener when Gavin Sheets came off the bench, did a home run, helped the Padres get a comeback win in game number 1. Then it was Martin Maldonado's turn in game number 2. An RBI single, game number 3. Yuli Gurriel coming off the bench for a pinch hit single, driving the only run of that ball game. And then yesterday, Brandon Lockridge coming off the bench with an RBI double. All 4 games, this Padre bench has gotten the job done. Mike Shildt continues to put the right buttons. Can they keep it going? They're trying to stay hot, looking to make it 5 in a row. Jackson Merrill and Fernando Tatis Jr. will try to make it happen. Padres, Guardians, first pitch coming up next. Stay with us.
It is finally here. Opening day.
Padre baseball is back.
Here we go. Fly ball, center field, struck pretty well. It's gone! First AB in a Padres uniform for Gavin Sheets. He takes it out of the yard. High drive. Deep right field off the bat of Cronenworth. And 2. The crowd's out. Padres take a 4-3 lead.
That's through into left field and a base hit. And it's a pinch hit. Go-ahead single for Gurriel. 1-0 here in the 7th.
How about Nick Pivetta? Another 1-2-3 inning. He has faced the minimum through 7 innings.
Swings and misses. Strike 3. A one-hit shutout. Padres 4-0 for just the 2nd time in franchise history. An absolutely perfect start to 2025.
What a weekend as the Padres are 4-0 and taking the hill for the first time in a Padres uniform is Kyle Hart as he gets ready to pitch in a big league game for the first time since 2020 as a member of the Red Sox back in 2020.
Don't know what you got until it's gone. I talked to Kyle the other day, and he is so happy. It goes without me saying. This kid's back in the big leagues. What a great opportunity for the left-hander.
Well, Stephen Vogt and the Cleveland Guardians are here. We check out his starting lineup brought to you by Appliance Alley. Stephen Kwan leading it off with Jose Ramirez at third base. Lane Thomas in center. Carlos Santana back with the Guardians again at first base. John Kenzie Noel in right field with Jonathan Rodriguez at DH. Gabriel Arias does the catching with old friend Austin Hedges back with Cleveland again, 2nd time that he has been a member of the Guardians. And Brian Rocchio, the shortstop, batting out of the 9th spot for the Guardians. Kyle Hart on the hill.
So happy for the left-hander. There's a lot to get into, but first, how about last season in the KBO? 26 starts, outstanding record at 13-3, more strikeouts than innings pitched. Back in the big leagues for Kyle Hart. Stepping up to the plate for the Guardians is Stephen Kwan. Stepping up to the mic with the play-by-play is the voice of the Padres, Don Orsillo. Donnie.
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 1 of a 3-game series with Cleveland. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1, and we're underway. Now Kwan leading it off. Top of the order for the Guardians. Last year, 292 average, 14 home runs. And a strike on the outside edge.
Oh, the butterfly's got to be floating around, no doubt, for Kyle Hart. A lot going his way, though. He's got to think about his defense. He's got to think about his offense. He's got to think about pitch to pitch.
32 years of age, this left-hander.
I think another factor, Don, is Ruben Niebla. Being able to work with Ruben the whole spring after signing with the Padres. We've seen Ruben turn some pitchers around. There's the old pitch doctor.
Carves it foul, 2-2. It's time now for the Sequoia Casino Resort scouting report.
His sweeper is his best pitch. He's lowered his arm slot. That's helped him out a little bit. Control is a key. And the changeup was chased a lot last year. And he will expand the strike zone with that sweeper and the cut fastball.
Flared foul off to the left out of play.
I always love to see a left-hander, especially a kid like Kyle Hart. He's got a little taste of the big leagues back with Boston. Didn't do too well, but did well in Korea. Hopefully that pays dividends here in the brown and gold.
4 appearances, 3 starts. COVID shortened 2020 season. Swing and a miss, and a good way to start his return to the major league. Strikes out Stephen Kwan to begin the game.
Welcome back, Kyle Hart, and that is one heck of a breaking ball. That's what we talked about. The sweeper staying right on line. Great release point. Expanded the zone a little bit with that pitch.
It's really hard to strike out Kwan. He just did. So 1 down. Jose Ramirez. He is amazing. This guy just sprained his wrist the other day in Kansas City, and he is back in the lineup.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, he is.
He wants to post. He wants to play. He's a superstar.
Last year, 39 home runs, 118 runs batted in.
Good player.
One of the game's best. AL ranks last year. 118, ranked 2nd. Stolen bases too. He can run.
Yeah, just because he's getting longer in the tooth right there. Hey, don't sleep on his running game.
Batting 2nd in this order, likes hitting towards the top of the order. You know you're going to see him in the 1st inning.
That's so key. He can pop one on you. Runners in scoring position. It's a good spot to be in that number 2 spot, especially if Kwan gets on base. A little bit of speed there.
Swing and a miss, and a full count. Chase the slider.
The shorter breaking ball. Remember we talked about the sweeper, a bigger break. That's a shorter break. Outside corner. And right out of the get-go, I love the mound presence of Kyle Hart. It's like he belongs out there. Looks like he's in control.
High drive to deep left field. Jason Hayward back at the wall. It's gone. Jose Ramirez hits his 1st home run of the season, and Cleveland jumps on top 1-0.
Not going to get away with many 92-mile-an-hour sinkers that are pretty much middle in and about belt buckle high to this cat. Jose Ramirez.
So the 1-0 advantage for the Guardians, and here's Lane Thomas. Swing and a miss. Chase the changeup. So 39 home runs last year, first of this year for Jose Ramirez. And Thomas had 15 home runs a year ago, and back in center field for Cleveland.
Big test, like any pitcher, especially Kyle Hart, first time back in a while, is how he reacts after that Ramirez home run. If you're going to give him up, solo shot, that's the way to give him up. Bounce back here, forget about it, get 2 quick outs, get out of this inning.
A pop-up foul ground. Luis Diaz will make the catch. No, drops it off the glove. Cannot make the catch. I think he was going to make this play.
You see where the glove is. It's out in front of him a little bit, not really camped under it. So that ball out of the webbing, just couldn't squeeze it. Was a little bit on the run right there, drifting towards the dugout. Usually a catcher is going to camp underneath that. He's kind of drifting a little bit. That glove's going to be right in line with the ball in his eyes. It was kind of out in front a little bit. Couldn't squeeze it.
So another chance here for Lane Thomas. They do charge him with an error. E2. Swing and a miss. Comes back to strike out Thomas. Second strikeout for Kyle Hart. 2 down.
Way to bounce back. After the home run, after the error, upstairs at 93. We saw Pivetta do that. Different type of pitcher all the way around, but still, a lot of these hitters will go after that high fastball like Lane Thomas did right there.
So 2 down. And here is Carlos Santana. Santana, who broke into the big leagues with Cleveland, was a catcher back then. 23 home runs last year, 150 games played for Santana. Now playing first base for the Guardians. Yeah, he broke in 2010.
You know, it's official. It's official, Don. I'm old because I'm looking at the page for Carlos Santana. He signed with the Dodgers as a kid back in 2005. I forgot he was traded for Casey Blake. Remember Casey Blake?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
On the ground to third on one hop. Machado throws out Santana. Home run for Jose Ramirez has Cleveland on top 1-0. Padres are coming up. Week is presented by PNC Bank. Welcome back to Petco Park in San Diego, where the Padres are coming to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Fernando leading it off with a rise at first base. Machado's at third. Merrill in center on his bobblehead night. Cronenworth at second base with Bogarts at short. Sheets the DH. Hayward in left and Diaz doing the catching. Luis Ortiz on the mound tonight for the Guardians. Remember the Pittsburgh Pirates each of the last 3 years.
Out of the pen a little bit, but last year with the Buccos in the starting rotation and put together a nice year. Really good numbers. A chance to shine in the Cleveland rotation. And here are those numbers from last season. 15 starts, nice ERA, his best season all the way around in the short time he's been in the big leagues. You see the 107 strikeouts, fewer strikeouts, so there's going to be some balls in play. He is a fly ball pitcher. His fly ball rate is up above the league average. So hey, fly balls, we know what can happen if you square them up. They leave the yard.
Look at last year's numbers for Fernando, off to a very good start. 7 for 15 at 467. Got a home run, 5 runs scored so far out of the gate.
Those are great numbers. I mean, that's some weekend softball numbers.
2-2 rolled softly towards short. Rocchio gets it there just in time. Let's take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud.
Who doesn't love StatCast 3D? This is last year with the Buccos. Ortiz, slider heavy, 4-seam heavy. The pitch that got knocked around the most was the cutter. And look at these pitches in the zone. He likes to pound the zone. So a chance for these Padre hitters to get a pitch or two in that bat to do some damage.
Rise of the ground ball right side. And again, Arias throws him out. And an 0 for 14 start to the year for Luis Rise. So unusual.
Very unusual. But we know the batting champion, he'll get those hits in bunches. I mean, he's going to go on a tear. It's only a matter of time. So stay tuned to that one.
So 2 down for Manny Machado.
There are just some guys, right, Don, you just don't worry about, right? The Rise has to be one of those guys.
You know, at the end of the year where the numbers are going to be.
Yep.
As Manny will take strike one. Of course, left the game on Saturday with a calf problem, but able to return to the lineup on Sunday. And back in there again tonight.
It's a farmer's worst nightmare anytime you have a calf problem.
Line, and it's picked at third by Ramirez. Little bobble, stays with it, and throws out Machado. So a 1-2-3 first on 3 ground ball outs. It's 1-0 Guardians.
Going into last season, they tell you day one, like, hey, we need, you to be a guy here. And that had never been said to me before. So I feel like that kind of a little bit of added in pressure, but also the combination of, you're going to get the workload, and that you're going to have some freedom to do your thing. I think that just blank canvas was what I needed.
That's Kyle Hart talking about his experience pitching in Korea last year, and two things that he mentioned that were really helpful to him as well in terms of how he was pitching. Number one, he developed a sweeper over there, which we saw him use effectively in the first inning, and we'll see throughout this ball game. But number two, he said the fact that he got a chance to pitch and face multiple guys throughout the lineup was a big difference maker for him, guys, as he induces the fly out here for the first out in the second inning. But he said, I learned how to navigate lineups. I learned how to pitch to them multiple times, especially in a league like Korea, where it's a high-contact league. So you put those two things together with the final element, which, Don and Mutt, I think you guys would agree is maybe the most important element, gaining confidence, going out there, having to be a guy, stepping up to be a guy, going 13-3 with a 2.69 earned run average. And you can see this confidence that he's brought back here to the United States with him.
Scan, I think it just clears the mind for Kyle Hart, because if you are told be the guy, guess what? Even if you kind of mess up a little bit, there's some wiggle room to where you can kind of make some mistakes and try to iron it out. I think that's a huge thing for Kyle, and he found it last year in the KBO. And I'll tell you what, this is a kid you root for. Hopefully he does well for the Padres.
And the short right, and Cronenworth able to make the play. Scan, it seems like, well, there's helped so many guys over the years, but this has been a good relationship so far between Kyle Hart and Ruben Niebla.
Oh, no question about it. And Kyle was looking forward to working with Ruben. And it's so fun, as we've talked about with Ruben, he usually sees several things that he wants to try to adjust with guys. One of the things that he talked to Kyle about, he said, look, you're already really, really good at working the bottom part of the zone with that sinker, the slider, the sweeper, the changeup. Let's try changing eye levels a little bit more. So it's something to keep an eye out in this ball game, guys. And we saw it with the strikeout in the first inning after he gave up the home run, elevated up in the zone, get the swing and miss. So that's a part of the repertoire that he and Ruben Niebla have been working on since coming over here.
Oh, what a great combination. We saw it with Pavetta the other day. Fastballs, once again, different type pitchers, right? But still, you don't have to light up the radar guns to be successful. If you've got that high cheese, 92, 95, 98, whatever it is, and you got that breaking ball with the changeup down in the zone, I like your chances.
That's the pitch down low that we were just talking about. He's so good in the bottom part of the zone. And now that he's adding the upper part as well, as we saw in the first inning, makes him that much more effective. And to your point, Mud, you don't have to be overpowering. It's about using your stuff and locating. And that's one thing we know Ruben does a great job of, is helping guys sequence their pitches better once they get here, right?
Well, he always seems to have a game plan for every guy that he inherits or comes onto his staff.
Always has a game plan, but I think equally as important, Don, is knowing how to implement it, knowing which part of that game plan to introduce to a guy at which time, right, so that you don't overwhelm him.
2-2 pitch. Is going to miss, full count. Yeah, to articulate it in a way that they can, certainly understand and then apply it.
I also like how probably Joe Musgrove, Michael King, they lobbied for Ruben Niebla in spring training, where, hey, you know what? You got to buy into what Ruben's doing, right? Kyle's listening to Joe. He's listening to Dylan Cease. He's listening to Michael King. So you buy into it that way. You get the thoughts from those veteran guys. I think that goes a long way as well. Oh, no question about it. And we've heard new guys come over here, right? Hear from those guys. Yeah. We've heard them talk about it. Say, yeah, I was listening to Joe. I heard from Michael. I heard from these guys how much they learned from Ruben. And it certainly helps open your mind up to something new, because it's not always easy to try new things at this level.
That's strike three. Arias goes looking. Third strikeout for Hart. 1-0 Guardians. We come back to Petco Park. Jackson Merrill on his bobblehead night. He'll be leading it off in San Diego. Well, yesterday, Jackson Merrill, RBI, all part of the victory here for the Padres. And Jackson Merrill had a big opening day as well. He's got 5 RBIs so far.
It's becoming a threat. Great season last year. We all know that. It's going to be interesting to see how the now top 5 he's facing in the rotations for each club now. None of this spring training stuff, AA, maybe a AAA guy. It's the best 5 now and how they're going to go about trying to get him out. That's one heck of a year right there.
Luis Ortiz had a 1-2-3 first. Here's a line drive base hit to start the second inning. First base runner to reach against Luis Ortiz.
Oh, Glenn Duchesne loves the bobblehead, and he loves Jackson Merrill singling to the pull side. Oh, the kid can hit. Look at that pretty swing.
Leadoff single starts the bottom of the second inning. Here is Jake Cronenworth. Big home run in the 8th inning on Friday night. First home run of the year into the Crone zone.
It was nice, wasn't it, Donnie? Lefty
was.
on lefty. He stuck on a breaking ball there. He didn't bail on it, stayed on it nicely, and spanked it to the Crone zone.
That's with Merrill at first and nobody out here in the second inning.
See if the running game is in play tonight against Cleveland. We talked about it in our game open. That's one of the aspects of the Padres. Base running, taking the bag.
Up and in. Head 2-0. Well, they have been pushing it. No stolen bases this year. Pirates with the 15, but the Padres. Two-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Snap throw to first, and back safely is Merrill.
I know it's only 4 games in, but isn't it nice to see this Padre team not be labeled one-dimensional? Right? They're doing it every which way to win games against the Braves. We showed you that in our game open. It's not just they're hitting homers. It's just not relying all on pitching. It's every part of their game up to this point.
Join the Padres On Deck membership waitlist to enjoy the best access and value on Padres baseball. While memberships are currently sold out, enjoy waitlist benefits now while securing your spot in line to become a future season ticket member. Learn more at padres.com/waitlist. Merrill at first with nobody out here in the Padres second inning. Just missed. 97 with a good downward plane.
And you see Carlos Santana kind of off the bag halfway as Xander waits on deck, holding on Merrill. And when he's off the bag like that, if he gets off a little more, you can get off a little more, because if he's going to go to first base, he's got to move back. He's moving as well.
He was definitely leaning the other direction, but able to get back successfully.
Oh, yeah. Get back. Outfield side of first base. Let's see if he puts him in motion, puts the ball in play, stay out of the double play. Also a good opportunity for a first and third if Jake singles right here.
There goes Merrill. Pitch is ball 4. First walk allowed by Ortiz. Here's a look at our wire cam presented by Defy. Kind of a hazy night here tonight. Some fog and some rain here for much of the day.
It's good for the earth, Don.
It is.
Not for a baseball game, though. It is a beautiful night downtown. Well, this has got the makings of a big inning.
Well, here's a look at runners in scoring position over the weekend against the Braves. Braves were 1 for 22. While the Padres were 10 for 32 at 313, knocked in 12. And their first opportunity here with a runner in scoring position here in game 1 of this Cleveland series.
That boils down for me, putting the ball in play, avoiding strikeouts, and hit the ball where it's pitched. I think that's the recipe there, and that's why you see those numbers. Now, with that said, Santana at first base, way off the line at first base. So a big hole in between the first baseman and the bag for Bogaerts.
Ortiz falling behind 2-0. Now you see Santana way off. Arias, the second baseman, is about as close to second base as you can be.
Oh, an easy 96 right there on the four-seamer at the knees. All right, give him that one.
Xander Bogaerts spent the first 9 years of his career in the American League and enjoys facing Cleveland. 3-1.
Hey, spit on the off-speed stuff. It seems like early on Ortiz has yet to find that release point.
Gavin Sheets waits on deck. Jackson Merrill at second. Jake Cronenworth at first. Nobody out. Disengagement. This one I said it wasn't raining.
It's just a nice little mist there, Donnie.
That is ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks allowed by Ortiz. So a single, back-to-back walks, and that'll bring up Gavin Sheets.
Now be careful here. Gavin's looking for the old number 1. Middle in.
To right field. Noel going back. Looks up. It's off the wall. From third base, Merrill will score. Here comes Cronenworth. 2 runs in. Padres take a 2-1 lead. A bullet to right. Off the bat of Gavin Sheets.
He's looking for it. That's his M.O. First pitch, whack at it. All right, how far from going out? Halfway up the wall. Everybody's got to hold just a little bit. Off the wall. Get your running in, and the Padres are dancing in the sheets.
Second and third now. Still nobody out. 2 runs in.
I smell a big inning.
Hayward fouls it off to the left, 1-1. The Guardians have not given up 4 earned runs in quite some time. 22 straight games dating back to September of last year. To right, Noel will make the catch in front of the track, tagging at third, and scoring is Bogaerts. Padres take a 3-1 lead. Sheets tagged up, moved from second to third. RBI for Jason Hayward on the sac fly.
Baseball, baseball. This looks like a little cut fastball that doesn't do anything. I'll tell you what it does. It's off the barrel for Hayward to get the sac fly. J-Hay getting to the act.
This Diaz now the infield in. It's just the first out of the inning. Ortiz walked 2. They have both scored in this inning. Ortiz got a call there. Appeared to be up.
Yep. Diaz looking to do one thing, elevate something to the outfield with that infield in. Ortiz trying to work down for that grounder.
20 pitches in this inning so far for Ortiz, just the one out. And this one is carved foul off to the right out of play.
Hey, watch for the wild pitch as well there at third base for Gavin Sheets. Good secondary lead. Check out how far off the bag Ramirez is and get just as far off.
Reaching for that slider. A 3-run inning so far for the Padres against Ortiz. Infield in with Sheets at third base. Swing and a miss, and Diaz strikes out. First K of the night for Ortiz. 2 down. Here comes Fernando. He likes a leadoff spot. Numbers bear that out too. As a leadoff hitter, 312 in 165 career games. Not the same in other spots in the order.
You know, I've got a theory on that, and you know, it's just one of those things. You know, leading off, pitchers want to get ahead. They want to get that first out. Fernando, if a guy gets ahead first pitch, he did it the other day. Bam, home run, right? He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna take a lot of pitches to find himself in the hole.
Pretty aggressive.
Pretty aggressive early in the count, and why not? And if the numbers keep doing that, and he keeps producing like that, guess what's going to happen? Pitchers are going to nibble a little bit. Next thing you know, he's going to be a valuable leadoff guy by taking some walks.
Trying to control that fastball has been an issue for Ortiz. Check swing foul down the right field line out of play. It's a check swing double for Fernando the other day.
That's right. It proves my point every time, right? He hits it, it's a double.
Gavin Sheets grabs his lead at third. Fernando to left center field. That's in for a base hit. That'll score Sheets. It's an RBI single for Tatis Jr. It's a 4-1 Padres lead.
Seems like when Ortiz tries to throw the fastball, it's out of the zone big time, but when it's in the zone, it's very hittable. Fernando squares it up, splits the gap. And the fun continues. A quattro here in the second.
See the rain falling here, but right now it's raining runs for the Padres.
Nice time. I like it.
4-1 San Diego meeting at the mound. Carl Willis, the pitching coach, longtime Cleveland pitching coach. Well, you got Luis Arraez up for the second time tonight. It's amazing. Arraez last year started the year 0 for 14 as well.
Yep.
Still won the batting title. Eighth member of the Padres to bat here in the second inning. Arraez takes strike one. Fastball has been anywhere from 95 to 97. See if Fernando keeps the pressure on here and tries to steal second base.
Why not, right?
On the ground, and diving is Rocchio. Gets up and throws out Arraez. Nice play by the Cleveland shortstop. But the damage has been done. The Padres score 4 times. Gavin Sheets driving in a pair with his double off the base of the wall. Padres have a 4-1 lead over the Guardians at the end of 2. 4-1 Padres on top of the Guardians as we get ready for the top of the third. Get free MLB.tv with T-Mobile. Redeem today. T-Mobile.com/MLB. A 4-run bottom of the second inning for the Padres on top 4-1. And Kyle Hart back on the mound has given up 1 run through the first 2 innings. The solo shot by Jose Ramirez.
How about a nice 1-2-3 inning right here? 8-9-1 for the Guards.
Austin Hedges returning to Cleveland. That's where he initially went after leaving San Diego. It's a high fly ball down the left field line towards the corner, and it's gone into the basket of the Western Metal Supply Company building. First home run of the year for Austin Hedges.
Well, back in 2017 with the Padres, a career high 18 home runs. That was a breaky ball right there. Let's check it out. Lefty on righty. There's a little spinner right there into the swing path. Speeding up the bat of Austin Hedges into the basket.
Now Brian Rocchio made a very nice defensive play to end last inning against Luis Arraez.
That's just a poorly located off-speed pitch. It's not the pitch, it's just a location. Want to get that one down a little bit more.
It's his first career home run against the Padres. Had 49 home runs with the Padres. Rocchio at 206 last year in 143 games, 8 homers. Inside out swing, and he carves it foul off to the right. When Padres pitchers K9, you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. 2-1 line to center. Merrill is there for out number 1.
The ball was squared up, but that's a hang with him. Padres got a man there, and his name is Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, defensively, perfect spot. 1 down in the third, and brings up Stephen Kwan. A strikeout victim in the first inning. His first strikeout this season, by the way. And Kyle Hart was able to get him. Struck out twice in a game, 25 times out of a possible 431 games. He is very difficult to strike out.
Luis Arraez like. Tony Gwynn like.
And Machado, the lip of the grass at third base. Grounded foul to the end of the Padres dugout. They're housed on the first base side of Petco Park.
Well, batting stance is very subjective. When you look at Stephen Kwan, he likes to have almost like shoulder width, right? 8.8 inches. Now to contrast that, Ha-Sung Kim, 16.9, a wide stance. Some guys incorporate a big kick like he does. Some guys have a long stride. Some guys pick up, just put it right back down. So we talk about the shortest Kwan. How about the longest? Look at that. Ryan McMahon.
Wow.
Whatever is comfortable for you. Make it happen. Make it work. Donnie, what kind of stride would you have if you were to step into the box?
Closed stance. It'd be quiet. It'd be quiet.
Closed stance. I know.
It would definitely closed. And then I think my feet would be relatively
spread out a little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah. I like
more than shoulder width, maybe just a little bit.
I'd say so, yeah. If I had an actual stance, which I really don't.
Oh, you do. I've seen it. You talk about clearing stuff out all the time.
Yeah, clean it out.
Clean it out. Get the hands through.
Down the left field line. Hayward on the move. Won't get there. Ends up in the stands. a short, quick, compact swing he's got.
Yeah, look at the swing path of Kwon right there. The swing length, 6.5 feet, right? From start to finish, the follow through right there. Quick to the baseball. We talked about quick to the baseball. Luis Arraez as well.
Grounded over the mound towards short. Here comes Bogarts on the run, and in time, 2 down. It's time now for the Callaway Kings of Distance. Jose Ramirez back in the first inning, connects on his first of the year. 365, exit velo at 97.6, and launch angle at 31 degrees. Again, 39 of them last year. Getting his second look at Kyle Hart.
256th career round tripper for Jose Ramirez. Ooh, good pitch.
Yeah, make a pitch like that, you definitely want to get it against Ramirez.
That's exactly where you want to be.
To the changeup, and it's 2-1. Austin Hedges has added a run for Cleveland here in the inning, and this one is car foul off to the right, out of play. Line to left. This will stay in the yard, but quickly gets to the track on the wall. Hayward will run it down, but Ramirez runs to second base. Got himself a 2-out double.
Kyle Hart's going to realize, hey, these are big league hitters, especially like a guy like Jose Ramirez. Hey, the KBO, throwing a pitch like that that's down, probably not going to get the same result. Probably going to get away with a lot of pitches in the KBO that you would not get away with over here at the big league level. And Kyle will learn that. It just boils down to location. The stuff is there. He's just gotten beat tonight on a fastball, too much of the plate, and of course the hanging slider into Austin Hedges.
Now Lane Thomas with 2 down in the inning. Thomas struck out swinging in the first inning, 0 for 1. Waves at the changeup. That was a good one.
That was a really good pitch out of the hand. Looked like it was going to be a strike, and he wants to drive in that run, expand the zone a little bit.
Ramirez gets his lead at second. 0-2 pitch coming up to Thomas. On the ground, foul. Three total pitches here for Hart so far, 35 for strikes. His first major league outing since 2020.
Just a couple of mistakes and they hit him out of the yard.
1 to Ramirez, 1 to Hedges. That's in there for strike 3. Gets him looking on the sweeper. Second time Lane Thomas is down by way of the K. Guardians get a run. It's 4-2 Padres. When we come back, Manny Machado will lead it off. Back at Petco Park with the Padres on top 4-2. We get on display tonight two of the game's best third basemen. Jose Ramirez and Manny Machado is what they've done since 2016. And pretty similar for the most part. Very good.
Absolutely. Not only a threat with the bat, but also with the glove. And you see the games played. Very comparable numbers right there for the two guys at the hot corner. Ramirez already in this game made a nice play to his left in that hole. And Manny, we've seen so many times flash the leather for the Padres.
Leads it off here in the home half of the third inning. Padres on top by 2.
Oh.
Mark Carlson has the plate. Biggest baseball name to come out of Joliet, Illinois.
Got that right. He's a good egg.
Crew chief. This one rifled foul. Explore upcoming theme games and unlock limited edition Padres items like a Minecraft movie night. It's a hat on Tuesday, April 15th, or celebrate Mexican heritage with a themed jersey on Tuesday, May 13th. This is on the ground up the middle into center field. And Machado with a leadoff single to start at the bottom of the third inning. You must purchase a theme game ticket.
Theme game ticket. Spinning breaking ball, going out and getting it. That's plate coverage right there. Just goes to show you it doesn't have to be a pretty swing to have success. You find a hole, you hit it where they ain't. 1, 2, 3, 7, 9, 10. Hopper up the middle. It's a big league knock.
Leadoff single from Manny. Here's Jackson Merrill. Single to center in the second, came around to score the first Padres run. Ortiz had to work very hard in the second inning. Faced 8 hitters, 4 of which scored. Walked 2 in that inning, and they both scored. This inning starts with a leadoff single by Manny Machado. And we're starting to get into the heart of this order. Manny with that lead at first, held on by Santana.
Well, Ortiz missed with that pitch, but it was a good result. That was a cutter. He wanted that inside. Hedges caught that ball off the plate away. But he still got the swing and miss.
Waves at a slider and strikes out. Second strikeout for Ortiz. First out of the third inning.
This almost looked like a changeup type slider. He takes a little bit off. Maybe wraps it a little bit more. It's got good tilt to it. Straight down into the dirt. That's where you want to be with 2 strikes. You see, when a hitter has a swing like that, off balance, way out in front, that means he's totally fooled.
One down, Machado at first for Jake Cronenworth. Walked in the second inning. Came around to score the second Padres run.
Oh, Jake wants that one back. Middle in, little spinner cutter right there.
Clean that one out.
Yeah. Did you see his reaction after this pitch? Watch his reaction. Oh, I want that one back. A changeup at 88, bringing it back. In off the plate, caught that inside corner.
Taking his hitter's timeout. That second strike. Machado at first, one away here in the Padres' third inning. To left, and Kwan makes the catch for out number 2. Machado back to first with now 2 down. They'll bring up Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts walked in the second inning, came around to score the 3rd run.
See if he's first pitch hacking here at a good pitch. Do some damage early in the count. Oh, man. Looks easy from up here, doesn't it, Don?
It does, yeah. I've always thought that.
Throw a little slider there for strike 1.
And time call here. Hedges going to go out and talk to him. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
My Big Smash Jack has more than double the beef of a Big Mac. Seriously.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Machado with a single to begin the inning. Merrill struck out. Cronenworth flied out to left. Now Xander Bogaerts. Down on the count, 0-1.
See if he expands off the plate right here. Nope. Aggressive with the cambio, the change.
Flared to center. Incoming is Thomas. Into the slide to make the catch. Nice grab by Thomas, who comes in, slides in, and makes the grab. As Bogaerts is retired, the Padres will leave Machado at first base. Nice catch by Thomas. Padres have a 4-2 lead. News today, news and notes around Major League Baseball. Jurickson Profar. Major League Baseball has announced that the Braves outfielder has been suspended for 80 games after a positive test for a performance-enhancing substance that being handed out today. So, a total of 80 games for Jurickson Profar. Of course, was just here this weekend, reunited with many of his teammates with the Padres over this last weekend for the Braves, and the tough news today coming from Atlanta.
So another omission for the Braves roster. Remember, they don't have Strider from the pitching staff. They don't have Acuna Jr. back yet. So Braves got some work to do.
Yeah, get swept here, and then they have to go to L.A.
Sorry about it.
Trailing tonight 2-0. To center, and Merrill going back to get there. On the edge of the dirt of the track for out number 1. Carlos Santana gives it a ride, but he's retired.
Jackson read this one very, very nicely. He did a little beeline to his left, but you hear that sound? As an outfielder, you know that just one step, and then he went straight back to the track to cradle it for the out. It's a good center fielder right there. Yeah, you can hear the ball off the bat. You see the trajectory of the ball off the bat. He can cover some serious ground out there.
John Kenzie Noel in on the right side. Fly out to left field. Jason Hayward in the second inning. Fouls it off to the right, out of play.
You know I love nicknames, and this kid's got one of the best ones. They call him Big Christmas. I love it.
Yeah, equipment issue here. Put it over to the dugout, and he's taking off the batting gloves.
Huh.
I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Didn't like those batting gloves, so he got new ones. He checked with Mark Carlson first to see if it was okay. I think I'm a little surprised he let him do it.
Yeah, you're right. Don, I'm right there with you. I don't think I've ever seen that. A guy in the middle of an at-bat change batting gloves.
I don't like these. Two balls and a strike here to Noel. Waves at a changeup. That changeup's been good.
Yes, it has. He's got a unique batting stance. Kind of closed front. His hands down by that Cleveland on his chest as he gets set. Hands are back, hidden.
Hart has 8 swings and misses. 5 have come on the changeup. As a fly ball to center has Merrill over into right center for out number 2. He's handled them both. So 2 down here in the 4th inning. I'll bring up Jonathan Rodriguez. Popped out to second baseman Jake Cronenworth in the 2nd inning. Getting his second look at Kyle Hart. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup again.
It's a great pitch. Arm action sells it as a fastball. I remember the late great Tony Gwynn telling me, I posed the question to Tony, what's the toughest pitch to hit in baseball? He said either a really good split finger fastball or a really good changeup.
Fly ball center field. Jackson Merrill has a chance for all 3 outs. He's got all 3 outs. 3.5 done from San Diego. Padres have a 4-2 lead. The top tier play presented by Arco. Gavin Sheets with the bases loaded. Drills this one off the base of the wall. Quickly over the head of Noel in right field. Drives in 2. Padres went from a 1-run deficit to a 2-1 lead. That swing of the bat and a great start to his Padres career. Leads it off here in the home half of the 4th inning. Bottom third of the Padres order coming up.
Well, you're going to see pitchers be a little bit more careful against guys like Sheets, especially if they swing early and do damage. They're going to nibble a little bit. Next thing you know, Sheets will be 1-0, 2-0.
Line to right center and a base hit for Sheets. Thomas over to cut it off, gets it back in quickly. It's going to be close at second. And it's not going to be very close at second. And Sheets is out. Getting it back in quickly was Lane Thomas, and Sheets thrown out at second base, trying to extend that into a double.
Well, you like it when a guy's trying to be aggressive right there, because you look at the outfield. Now, Sheets does not have blazing speed, but still, Thomas has got to get to it. Oh, watch out now on that tag right there to erase him. It's forcing the outfielders to make a mistake, and you know what? He got to it, he spun, he threw, and they get him at second.
Jason Hayward, second look at Ortiz. A sac fly in the second inning, picking up his first RBI in a Padres uniform. Went around, couldn't hold up. Good sized gap out in left center field with Lane Thomas over towards right center.
I'd like to see the Padres get one of those 2 runs back to make it 5-2. After scoring that 4th spot in the second.
Full count now, missing with that slider. Did he go? No, he did not. And that's ball 4. 3rd walk handed out by Luis Ortiz.
Oh, there's another slider down to the zone, and check swing. Take your base.
So 1 out, 1 on. Elias Diaz coming up here for the Padres out of the 9 spot. A strikeout victim in the second inning. And a little pop-up that has Santana back to make the catch.
Ooh, you know what? Never mind.
Let's check in with Bob.
You know, guys, our leadoff man, Fernando Tatis Jr., is walking to the plate, and what's really interesting is that he came into spring training with a little bit of a different batting stance. Watch the leg on the left side. Look how high he's lifting that front leg. Now this year on the right side, look how he's keeping it low. It's been a timing device for Fernando that he worked on this offseason, and it's made a huge difference. He's realized, look, I don't have to generate a whole lot of power with my lower body. It's more about getting that front foot down as quickly as I can and then letting the hands do the work. So far, it's been working, guys.
Absolutely been working.
That's what Tony Gwynn preached all those years. Got to get that front foot down, keep the hands back, track the ball, throw the hands. If you're late with that front foot, it throws everything off.
But I don't know about you, but when I saw a guy that had the high leg kick like that, my immediate thought was that's a guy that I can work back and forth.
Yeah.
In other words,
change-ups.
Yes, exactly. Speed him up and then slow him down, because it's tough to keep that timing. But when a guy's got a foot that he keeps down quick like that, much tougher to get him back and forth.
On the ground left side, Rocchio will go to first. Throw is off the mark, and reaching is Fernando. Throws to the home plate side of first. And the inning will continue. Hayward takes second base.
Well, it looks like Rocchio got to this ball. There's no flaws in that play. It's just he rushes it a little bit because of the speed of Tatis.
And that's what that will do to infielders, put a little pressure on them.
So E6. First and second, 2 down. Luis Arraez 0 for 2 in the ball game. Still looking for his first hit of the year. 0 for 15 to start the year. On the ground, right side. Arias will go to first, and Arraez is retired. Padres are retired through 4. It's 4-2 San Diego.
Welcome back. It's time now for the Allstate Good Hands replay. Let's take a look at some of the sweepers that Kyle Hart has been throwing so far tonight. Very first batter that he faced tonight. Quan goes down on strikes, swinging at that sweeper, but it's not just a left-handed pitch to the outside corner. He can backdoor to the right-handers as well. Gets Arias looking, gets another strikeout on it. 3 strikeouts on the night with that slider tonight, guys. 4 outs total, and it's not just the outs. It's been a great pitch to get ahead with, especially backdooring it to the right-hand batters, keeping him off speed. That's a pitch, again, as we mentioned, that he learned and mastered in Korea last year, but it's been equally effective here in the United States. Don Mudd, back up to you.
Well, he's been very impressive so far.
It's great. You got that breaking ball. You've got that changeup, that down and in sweeper, or you're going to backdoor it, and then that off-speed changeup down and away to a righty with 2 strikes.
There's a grounder deep third to the backhand from one knee. Machado will throw it off the mark, taking a rise off the bag, and reaching is Arias.
Well, even Manny is checking out the big screen, shaking his head. You know, if you ask Manny Machado, should you have made that play? Yeah, he'd probably say absolutely. He got to it. Let's take another look. There's the backhand. Okay, hit sharply, so he's got time. And then from his knee, just off balance a little bit, off the mark. But hey, we've seen this kid so many times make spectacular plays. It's going to happen. I love it when guys look at the big board and critique themselves.
Ruled a base hit. Hedges with a home run in the 3rd inning. Getting a second look at Hart. First home run for Hedges here at Petco Park since 2020.
That's when we had the Saxy section.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes. Careless Whispers is his walk-up music.
Yeah.
You may remember his time with the Padres. Never changed it.
George Michael.
Yeah. It was different.
Yes, it was. It was very funny.
Jacob first up in the Padres pen.
Well, a good double play candidate right here. You keep it on the ground.
Pitch 69 for Hart. Falls behind here 3-1, missing with a changeup.
Ruben's got the counter, he's got the notes, he's got the pen. Living and dying with every pitch from his staff.
This has the feel that the Padres have a bigger lead than they really do. Got the tying run at the plate right now, and Hedges, who homered last time against Hart.
Yeah, and that was a slider. It was a slider that was middle in, up.
And that's ball 4. He loses him. So the first walk allowed by Hart. First 2 have reached here for Cleveland. Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your San Diego Padres gear. They did. Gallagher Square filled up tonight. The stadium filled up again tonight.
It's always a great feel coming to the ball yard. Coming to our office right here, they're going to call a big league ball game and see the great fans all the way around. Electricity in the air. You can't beat fun at the old ballpark.
Niebla out there to talk to Hart, who is now at 70 pitches in his first outing. First and second.
Let's see if the Guardians put one down right here. Take a look at Kyle Hart. First inning, second inning, third inning. Just make sure you get an out right here. If he elects to put one down, move up those runners. Manny way in at third.
Rocchio, no signs of bunting, takes a strike on the breaking ball. Rocchio lined out to center field, and Jackson Merrill in the third inning. There's Manny in on the grass at third in case he decides to bunt. Arias at second base, Hedges at first, with nobody out here in the Cleveland fifth. By him.
Oh, that's middle in too at 92. It's a sinker. Can't catch up to it. I think he's got the changeup in his back pocket right here. Something down and away. Ooh, doubling up on the gas. I think he's got him set up for that changeup down and away, Don. That's just me, Mr. Vegas.
Touch on Vegas?
Yep.
Runners are going, and he noticed, throws him out. Manny's saying he was interfered with and trying to throw to second base, and they're going to say he was. Out at second base is Hedges. That's going to bring Vogt out. So Manny was going to make a double play, and in the way was the runner Arias.
Yeah, you have to yield to the fielder trying to make a play. We'll have to take a look at it again. John Bacon. Everything's better with Bacon. He's the third base umpire with Mark Carlson talking to Vogt.
Let's take another look at the Hamul Casino double play.
There's the
out there.
Oh yeah, he's hugging him. He's like, yeah, he's like wrapping him up. Can't do that. There's the tag. There's the wrap. Look at it. He's giving him a hug. He's not allowing him to make the play.
So the base is empty. You go from
that?
first and second.
Isn't it crazy about this game of baseball?
And now they're all out.
You think you've seen it all, then you come to a big league ball game.
And a base hit into left field. So Rocchio, who was hitting while that was going on, has a base hit with 2 down in the inning. Well, you turn the order over. Stephen Kwan now coming up next. 0 for 2 from the top spot in Cleveland's order. Striking out in the first, grounding out to short in the 3rd inning. Rocchio with a good sized lead at first base. So Cleveland now 0 for 3 in stolen base attempts. They're one of 5 teams in Major League Baseball without a stolen base this year. They tried the double steal, didn't work. Foul back, 1-1. Most of the cutout there is Rocchio with that lead. Strike call right at the bottom of the zone. Ball, 2 strikes to Stephen Kwan. Fly ball to shallow right. Fernando on the run into the slide, makes the catch. Didn't break right away, but he recovers and gets into right center field to make the catch on the slide. Rob Stephen Kwan and the Guardians. 4-2 Padres halfway through. Have lead over the Guardians as they come to bat in the bottom of the 5th. 2025 Padres tickets are on sale now. Don't miss exciting matchups, must-have giveaways, and incredible promotions. There's something for everyone at America's #1 ballpark. Secure your seats today by visiting Padres.com/tickets. And Machado leads it off for the Padres here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he grounded to short in the first, single to center in the 3rd inning. Through the right side into right field, a base hit. Second hit of the night for Machado. Good start to the bottom of the 5th.
Whether he pulls the ball for a home run to the gap for a double, I'll tell you what, his swing is as sweet as ever. He goes down and gets this 94 with movement. It's a four-seamer down. One hopper to the right side. Time to get those runs back.
Machado at first, and Jackson Merrill 1 for 2 in the ball game. Single in the second inning, scored a run, struck out in the third inning. And again, it is his bobblehead night. Fouled off to the left, up to the upper deck, top tank.
You got to hit a home run your bobblehead, don't you?
You'd like to, I'm sure. Does not have a home run yet this season. There goes Machado. A swing and a miss. Throw down to second, and Manny is safe. Stolen base.
Well, we talked about it in our game open. We talked about Fernando and stealing bases and how this club is doing everything right. Manny, after sliding into second base, a little tumbling action. Let's take a look. Here's the throw. A safe, yeah. Look out, Manny. Stay on the bag. He's good.
Third stolen base of the year. He had 11 all of last year. Down and in to Merrill.
Oh, a little extra right there at 97. Nearly yanked it back to the screen.
Cap problem over the weekend as well. Doesn't appear to be a problem now. 2 stolen bases on opening day here. Line and caught. Could be 2. It is 2. So Merrill lines into the DP.
Well, nothing you can do there. Watch Manny. Okay, secondary lead. The ball's hit so hard. Even if he freezes right there, there's a good chance they still get him at second base.
So 2 down for Jake Cronenworth. Jake walked and scored in the second. Flied out to left in the third inning. His third look at Luis Ortiz. He's now thrown 75 pitches in his start tonight so far for Cleveland. Falling behind 3-0.
Well, I say if it's to your liking, let her rip.
Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. Second walk for Cronenworth tonight, and the 4th handed out by Luis Ortiz. So 2 down is now going to deal with Xander Bogaerts. The second inning was the inning in which the Padres scored 4 times, and he had to face 8 different Padres hitters. For the first, and back is Cronenworth. Held on over there by Santana. There goes Cronenworth, and a grounder softly hit slowly to Rocchio. Throws late. Xander beats it out. Infield hit for Bogaerts.
Well, what do you know? This game of baseball is not fair. Jackson Merrill squares one up right at somebody. It's an atom ball, and right here, When you top a ball like this, oh, you can smell it. You got to go. You got to put the head down. You got to dig. And he beats that.
First and second, 2 down. Gavin Sheets. Double to drive in 2 in the second inning. Single to center in the 4th inning.
He's nibbling. He doesn't want to throw him a strike.
Nope, staying away again. 3-0. Jacob Junis, first up in the pen for Cleveland. That's a strike. Sheets gets the bad news, and looks like it was ball 4.
Breaking ball top of the zone, and Hedges frames it for the call.
Broken bat foul with the barrel down by first baseman Carlos Santana.
I'll tell you, you talk about cleaning out a pitch right there. Sheets, this pitch is about 2 or 3 baseballs in off the plate. It's a 4-seam fastball. Get out of my kitchen. Wow.
First and second, 2 away. Gavin Sheets now with a full count. With Cronenworth at second, Bogaerts at first. Do it again, 3-2.
How about the slider, 3-2 right there? Looks like he doesn't want to give him anything good, especially a fastball. So he put a little wrinkle in that last one, and here's the sequence. Nothing straight except that 4-seam fastball that he broke his bat on.
Time to party here with runners at first and second. Full count. Runners on the move. To left, and that's going to be a fair ball. Into the corner. Cronenworth will score. Comes Bogaerts from first. 2 runs are in. Padres will take a 6-2 lead. Gavin Sheets has driven in 4 runs tonight.
What a great sequence of pitches. What a great at-bat. Ortiz trying to go in, out, soft, up, down. This one, beautiful. Ball slicing down the left field line. It's away. You got to protect with 2 strikes. And the beauty of this play is that with the full count, 2 outs, they are off and running. 2 more points for the brown and gold.
Three-hit night for Gavin Sheets, who's driven in 4. Eleventh career 3-hit game. What an addition Gavin Sheets has turned out to be. Kind of wondering who was going to be filling in. Donovan Solano gone. David Peralta gone.
Yeah, those guys came up with some big hits last year. Key situations. I'll tell you what, totally different lineup that Sheets is in right now.
Driven to right center field. Back goes Noel at the wall. It is off the wall. From second, Sheets will score with the 7th Padres run. First hit in the Padres uniform for Jason Hayward is an RBI wall ball double. 7-2 San Diego.
They're getting to Ortiz. This is a slider, but where is it? Oh, it's right down the middle, about knee high, and Jay Hay goes out and gets it. He thought he got it right there. I thought it was out of the park, off the wall. Keep the inning alive.
Get that marine layer at night, Mud.
Jay Hay.
Padres on top 7-2. We got a pitching change as the Padres chase Luis Ortiz. Well, the Padres trying to make history. They've never, in their franchise history, gone 5-0 to begin a season. They have a chance to do that tonight on top 7-2. A 3-run, bottom of the 5th inning so far. Jacob Junis into the game.
Well, it's been one of the strengths of this Cleveland team is their bullpen. They've got some good arms down there. Trying to stop the bleeding right here. Enter Junis. A lot of sinkers, sliders. Throw a cutter, his fastball, and he'll show a change and a four-seamer at times. Not a hard thrower. He relies on location and movement. Only about 90 on that sinker. 91 tops.
Diaz swings and misses and strikes out, but the damage has been done. So big hits in the inning. Gavin Sheets with his 3rd hit of the night drives in 2 more. 4 total RBI in the game. Jason Hayward's first hit in the Padres uniform. Wall ball RBI double. All part of a 7-2 Padres lead. Well, let's take a look at our PNC Bank slow moments. A lot of action in this game. The double play.
Yeah, a little WWF going on right there, trying to slam him down to the canvas, and Fernando making the sliding play. Once again tonight, Don, the Padres doing it every aspect of the game, right? Defense, offense, on the bases, pitching. Stay tuned.
Successful Kyle Hart debut.
Made a couple of mistakes. I thought he threw the ball extremely well, and at this level, you can't get away with a lot of mistakes, especially if you're not going to let it the radar gun. So enter Alec Jacob. Last season, 7 games, 14 2/3 innings of work, and more strikeouts than innings pitched. 19.
To center, falling fast, and that's in for a base hit in front of Merrill. Jose Ramirez with his 3rd hit of the night. So Hart goes 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And Thomas now coming up here for Cleveland. Thomas had no success against Hart. Struck out swinging in the 1st, looking in the 3rd inning. How good has the bullpen been for the Padres so far this year?
Lights out. Lights out. And I mentioned it in the open. We talked about, Suarez, he's the guy, but still it's nice to have arms down there who can fill that role if it's going to be a night off for Robert. And we saw it firsthand. 1-0 lead, 9th inning. Enter Adrian Morejon.
Popped up, foul off to the right, out of play. Ramirez at first with a good-sized lead, and evening up at 2-2. Driven deep and far to left center field. Back goes Hayward. He will get there without a problem. That ball just died. Just towards the end of the bat, I believe.
Well, I consider this a good night in the big leagues. So let's go over the night for Kyle Hart, the lefty, pitching in the KBO last year. Talked about the sweeper, talked about his changeup, about 92, 93, going upstairs, going downstairs with the off speed, catching him off guard. 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, walked 1, struck out 4. Welcome back to the big leagues, Kyle Hart. Who said that the Padres didn't have any heart?
1 out, 1 on, and Carlos Santana. He's grounded to 3rd, flat out to deep center field. Lined, a fair ball down the right field line into the corner. Ramirez racing around the bases, headed for 3rd, into 2nd base with a double goes Carlos Santana. And the Guardians with runners at 2nd and 3rd. Just fair down that right field line.
Fall off the bat hot. It looks like a changeup, and it's right down the middle, maybe out a little bit, but he goes out and gets it, squares it up. How close? Right on the line. Good effort by Luis.
Second and third, one out. John Kenzie Noel 0 for 2 is flight out to left, flight out to center. Popped up right side, Cronenworth on the short lawn and right. Handles out number 2. There's a look at our wire cam presented by Defy. It's okay, pinch hitter coming up here for Jonathan Rodriguez. Manzardo, and a discussion now at the mound with that pinch hitter introduced, and that's going to bring out Ruben Niebla.
Yeah, he's been hot. 3 games in Kansas City, 5 for 11, 4 extra base hits, double, triple, 2 home runs, walked 3 times, driven in 6. I kind of got a little look-alike.
Who you got?
All right, and I'm going back, but I think you know this guy. I was a big fan. He played for the Padres a little bit. I got a little Robert Fick. Remember Robert Fick?
I remember the name. I don't remember what he looked like.
He was awesome. He was.
So I can't tell you whether it's close or not. To be fair,
I'll have to bring up a picture of him. Ficko was awesome.
Here's Kyle Manzardo. Pinch hitting.
Ed Rooney. Looks like Ed Rooney from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the principal.
Who also looks like Robert Fick.
Sure, why not? He does look like Robert, though.
Second and third, 2 down. And this one dribbled back towards the mound. Jacob gets it there in time. The Guardians strand 2 in scoring position. We're through 5.5 with the Padres on top 7-2. Entire defensive play of the game, and Fernando coming from right field, shallow right center into the slide to make the catch.
Good communication right there, because you saw Jake Cronenworth peeling off, seeing the play right in front of him. Big out.
Kyle Hart certainly appreciated that effort. Tonight's starting pitcher as Fernando leads it off here in the bottom of the 6th.
Just to put a bow on Kyle Hart and his performance tonight, I think he's going to realize also, he's come to the realization when he looks at the defense behind him, this is not the KBO. They didn't make those plays in the KBO. They didn't have a Manny Machado at their third base.
Wonder what the equivalent would be.
Double A, triple A.
Yeah.
That's what, and don't, it's not like that's a concrete answer. Talking to scouts, talking to people who have surveyed and watched the talent over there, they say it's kind of like a double A, triple A type league.
One down here in the inning as Fernando grounds out to Ramirez.
Still got to make good pitches though. Still got to make good plays, right? And I'm just happy for Kyle Hart and the journey back. It's a great story.
Luis Arraez 0 for 3 in tonight's game, and amazingly 0 for 16 to start the season. Talking about a guy who's won the last 3 batting titles. Takes it the other way. Foul. Just foul. That's really what he is known for, is spraying it all over.
Yep.
And a lot of what we have seen so far has been pulled to the right side. So this time going the other way and just missing it. There's his first base hit of the year. Luis Arraez had been 0 for 16. Now he's trying for a double, and he's going to be out. So a base hit, but thrown out at second base. 2 down in the inning.
And we've seen that a couple times tonight. It seems like that's one of the things, Don, that this Padres team is going to do. If the ball's in the gap or down the lines and you've got that outfielder going to the right or left, have them make the play. We saw that with Gavin Sheets in the 4th inning. And here's Luis trying to beat to the, oh, it's a perfect tag right on the foot.
And he takes ball 1, 1-1. Now a base hit into left field. 3rd hit of the game for Manny Machado. Three-hit night for Manny.
Hanging slider, outer half off the end to the pull side through the hole.
So 2-out knock, and here is Jackson Merrill. Singled in the 2nd, scored, struck out in the 3rd, lined into a DP in the 5th.
Oh, Jackson with that swing there. Looks like trying to go the opposite field. He's got some pop that way too.
Turns on this and a foul ball.
Yeah, the Padres flirting with the foul lines in this inning.
To center, Lane Thomas makes the catch on the backhand on the sinking liner. That will end the 6th inning. We're headed to the 7th in San Diego. Padres have a 7-2 lead. A lot of fun so far tonight. A lot of fun so far this season.
I'm having a blast.
Padres with a 7-2 lead. Game 1 of a 3-game series with Cleveland. We got multiple innings going on here for Alec Jacob.
Very important innings for the right-hander. He is going to find at games like this to where you need to, a guy goes 5 innings and maybe the pitch count is up there. You got the lead. You can chew up 2 or 3 maybe, depending on the situation.
Yuki Matsui is up as this inning begins. That's the fastball. 85 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's deception. It's that delivery. It's the sidewinding action. It's the movement. It's the off-speed stuff that counters that. That there. The sweeper. Global superstar Elton John is coming to Petco Park on Friday, May 9th for the 2025 Curebound Concert for Cures. Don't miss this unique benefit concert and an evening of extraordinary music to raise funds for cancer research. Tickets are on sale now. Visit Padres.com/Curebound.
Is fouling it off down the right field line, out of play. The Padres pen so far this season, 17 innings, 0.53 ERA, sitting at 121, and the whip well under 1.
Whip it good. Hey,
off pitch, and that one in on the fingers.
Yeah, that's no fun right there. It was a 4-seam fastball that got away from him.
Ooh, wrist.
Yep.
Stays in the game and heads down to first base. The hit batsman.
Did you ever get one there?
No. Never been hitting the wrist.
Hurts.
Mike Schilt out to make a change as Jacob hits the first batter of the 7th inning, and that'll be his night. Yuki Matsui will be making his way in. We've got a pitching change for Petco Park with the Padres on top 7-2. 2 more games against these Cleveland Guardians tomorrow night, and also on Wednesday, day baseball before the Padres head out on the road to Wrigley Field in Chicago and to Sacramento for the first time to take on the A's for a 3-game series. 6-game road trip for the Padres coming up, their first road trip of the year.
Did you bring your jacket?
I did.
Yuki Matsui, last season 64 games for the left-hander. Kind of sneaky fast, pitches up in the zone a little bit, inherits a runner.
Last year, the coldest game I've ever done in my entire career was at Wrigley Field.
It was cold, I remember.
Freezing. So I'm expecting more of the same.
I think it was so cold last year, you wore a beanie, did you not?
That's the first time I've ever worn a beanie doing a game.
Really?
Yes, and I'm packing a beanie for this series. Yeah. But it could be warm, you never know.
Well, I looked ahead to the Doppler.
And what do you got?
We got rain Saturday and Sunday.
That's not good. Temperature?
I got to double check on that because it changes hourly.
Scan, what do you got?
Well, I've got highs of 45 degrees, gentlemen, to go with the rain.
Awesome.
Bring your beanie down. And if you got an extra one that's waterproof, I'd like to borrow it.
I have the removable palm one from last year.
Big fan.
That was a hit last year.
Yeah. It actually would help because I can wear my headset with it. They take the palm off.
Yeah.
Because the palm will be a problem for the headset.
Did your partner help you take that palm off?
Yes. Yeah, he did it about 1,000 times last year.
Palm on, palm off, palm on, palm off.
But it makes a great gift, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Makes somebody's day. Nothing like a Padre beanie coming your way.
Thank goodness they're day games, gentlemen.
That's true, too.
All of them.
Yeah.
There won't be any ivy on the wall, though.
No, too early.
Yep.
Arias at first base.
I was going to say, oh, now you're a horticulturist, right?
I just remember when I was playing with the Cubs, we would leave on a road trip and it would be just brick.
Yeah.
And you'd come back a week later and all of a sudden it was all green. Like overnight that ivy would show up. Pretty cool.
Swing and a miss, and Hedges down on strikes, chase the splitter.
Well, coming into a ball game and you inherit a runner, you want to keep that runner at the respective bases. And right here, that's a dandy of a split finger there. Got him way out in front for the swing and miss.
So Matsui strikes out the first batter he faces. Here's Brian Rocchio out of the number 9 spot. He is lined out to center and single. Waves at that sweeper.
That's a sword. That's a bad hack. It's called a sword.
Arias at first base was hit by a pitch, held on over there by Arise. Swing and a miss. Split.
Yuki also, Don, you'll know what I'm saying when I say that. He's one of those guys that really likes to work that shot clock too, right? He likes to work it down to about 2, 3 seconds. He'll even go down to 1 second at times. Right now it's down to 5, 4, 3.
Gotta go. Ooh.
Oh, that was quick.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Splitter again. Back-to-back Ks for Matsui.
Worth another look. Up top, the bottom just falls right out from underneath right there for the swing and miss. Out in front again.
2 down in the 7th, both by way of the K. Now Stephen Kwan. Kwan has struck out, grounded out, flied out. Popped up, foul ground. That'll get back in on a play. By the way, 43,404 here tonight. 43,404. It is the 5th sellout of the year. Yes, this is game 5. All games have been sold out so far this year.
Love it.
For the faithful out in a big way. Very defensive swing there.
This is a little bit too close for comfort right here. Wow.
Two to Kwan. In the dirt, did he go? Yes, he did. You know what that means. Yuki Matsui came into the game. Austin Hedges.
Say it, Don.
Brian Rocchio.
Say it.
And Stephen Kwan. All down by way of the K. Seven to 2. Padres have lead over the Guardians as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Padres baseball is better together. Group spaces provide turnkey experiences to create unforgettable memories. Book a suite or all-inclusive hospitality space at Petco Park this season. Learn more at Padres.com/groups. Bottom of the 7th, and Tristan McKenzie into the game.
Last season, only 16 games for the right-hander. Almost a strikeout per innings pitched. A little high on the walks, 49. Let's see if the Padres can be patient and get base runners.
Career starter, first relief appearance since 2022 for Tristan McKenzie in this edition of the Cleveland Guardians. Cronenworth lifts a fly ball to left field. Kwan for out number 1. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form in the accounts and descriptions of this game. may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
You feeling it?
Yeah. Going down here in the 7th. Bogart's on twice, walking a single. He scored a run. Down the right field line, headed foul.
Well, Tristan McKenzie's got a big frame, 6'5". A lot of leverage into that delivery. 6'5", 165. 27-year-old, over the top four-seamer's got a curve and a slider. He's got a nice, free, easy motion. Tristan McKenzie. Royal Palm Beach, Florida High School.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Bogarts. First strikeout for McKenzie. 2 down. Gavin Sheets coming up, and he has had one heck of a ball game tonight. A double with the bases loaded in the 2nd inning, off the base of the wall. A single in the 4th inning, and a double in the 5th to drive in 2 more. 4 total RBIs in this game for Gavin Sheets. Action of the Padres pen, Adrian Morejon. Fouled off to the left, out of play. He's got closer stuff.
He's got giddy up, I'll tell you that. You are correct, sir.
Foul back, and it's 2-2.
Working downhill at 95 right there at the knees. Nothing but the hard stuff.
Last year for McKenzie, 16 starts, was 3-5 in ERA, over 5. And again, his first relief appearance since 2022. That year he made 30 total starts. Payoff pitch, and that's ball 4. 4th time that Gavin Sheets has been aboard in this game. It's a 2-out walk. Brings up Jason Hayward. He got his first hit in a Padres uniform back in the 5th inning. Double to drive in 2. Fly ball back at 3rd, sending Jose Ramirez into foul ground to make the catch that ends the inning. We're through 7 in San Diego. Padres have a 7-2 lead.
Welcome back to Petco Park. Padres lead the Guardians 7-2 at the top of the 8th. Mary Louise Cook here. I'll be joined by Mike Pomerantz on the Padres post-game show. We're going to take a deeper dive into Kyle Hart's return to Major League Baseball, as well as take a look at Gavin Sheets' busy day. We'll hear from him on the Padres post-game show, as well as the manager, Mike Schilt. We'll see you after the last out. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, Mary Louise, thanks very much. Fourth pitcher on for the Padres tonight, Adrian Morejon.
Well, it came in the other night, 1-0, got the save, pitched quite well. Last season, 60 games. Integral part of that Padres bullpen, like Alec Jacob, who we saw earlier, and great numbers for Adrian, the free and easy 98-99 from the left side.
Ramirez 3 for 3 in this game, and painfully so fouls it off himself. He's got a home run, a double, and a single. 72nd game with multi extra base hits since 2019. Most in Major League Baseball. I think he's hurting right now.
Yeah, he's still in pain, grimacing. It's a cut fastball in. Oh, off the looks like the outside of the right foot. Watch the back foot. Yeah, that hurts.
Matsu was very good. Struck out all 3 batters he faced. Strike 2. Morejon, the 4th arm used tonight by the Padres. Kyle Hart started 5 innings, 2 runs. Struck out Ramirez. First out of the 8th.
Way to start up this inning for the left-hander Morejon. What is it? Oh, it's just a good old-fashioned 98-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle.
It's a 1 out in the 8th for Lane Thomas. Center fielder 0 for 3. Missing up with that fastball. 2-1.
You know, we showed you the bullpen numbers earlier, and these guys, believe you me, they feed off one another. It's almost like a little competition down there. They root for each other, throw up zeros. How about their starters? Hey, if the starter leaves the game and he's on the W side of the ledger, they want that win for that guy. And they've been doing a great job.
And in this case, it would be Kyle Hart's first Major League win, too. It's not just any win.
Yep.
Popped up back of first to Rise. Makes the catch for out number 2. Gonna bring up Carlos Santana now with 2 down in the 8th. Santana's grounded out to 3rd, flying out to the warning track in center, and double to right. 1 of 7 Cleveland hits in this game. Ball 2, 2-1. Five in a row retired by Padres pitching. First by Matsui before he left. And Morejon has the first 2 outs of the 8th. Falls behind 3-1. Noel waits on deck here for Cleveland. Right at him, all fastballs here for Morejon. There's a liner the other way. And a base hit into right. 2-out knock for Carlos Santana. Collects his second hit of the game.
That one had to hurt. Looked like it was off the end of the bat. You throw 98, 99, get off the end of the bat. That's going to buzz the hands a little bit. Oh, yeah.
So 2 down, Santana at first. And here is Jhonkensy Noel, 0 for 3. Almost hit him with the 96. This will get away. Quickly gets by Diaz, and quickly to second base goes Santana. Around second base. But he will stay there.
It's a splitter. Just over the glove of Diaz. Could not get in front of that one.
Wild pitch charge to Morejon that gets Santana to second. Liner to right. Fernando is there. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. 7-2 San Diego. Well, tomorrow, game 2 of this 3-game series between the Padres and the Cleveland Guardians. Logan Allen, 20 starts, 8-5 with a 5.73 ERA. Michael King in his second start of the year, 30 starts last year, 13-9 with a 2.95 ERA. And of course, you get the opening day start at Petco Park in San Diego. Well, Tristan McKenzie, who pitched the 7th, back out there for the 8th.
Hey, can't wait for that one. But first things first, Padres trying to add on here, leading 7-2. So join in on the fun, won't you?
Diaz down to one knee, foul tipping it, even the count of 1-1.
There's the king of the hill, the kingfish. Trying to pepper away at that outside corner way off the plate, and Diaz went for it.
Wandy Peralta up in the Padres pen. On the ground to the backhand. Santana flips to McKenzie covering. They're out number 1 of the 8th. Bring up Fernando. At bat number 5 of this game for Fernando. Grounded out to short, singled to center, reached on an error, and grounded out to third. Driven in a run. Luis Ortiz went 4 2/3. Jacob Junis inning and a third. Ortiz gave up all 7 runs that the Padres had. And Tristan McKenzie working into his 2nd inning of relief. Line to left, and that's in for a hit. Over quickly is Kwan. He gets it back in, and Fernando puts the brakes on. A 1-out base hit. 2nd hit of the night for Fernando.
Oh, he was thinking too. He was thinking it, but Kwan got to this ball quickly, fired it in. And what do you do when you do this here down the line? Outfielder moving a little bit aggressively out of the box. Make that outfielder work. Put a little pressure on him. He knows. See how he spun it through? Get rid of it quickly. Keep him first base.
Fly ball down the right field line, foul for Arise. He had been 0 for 16 to begin the year. Longest drought he's ever had to begin a season. So he got a base hit to right in the 6th inning. Now pop-up foul the other way. 0-2. On 2 strikes to Luis Arise. To right, Noel going back will have room as he makes the catch on the edge of the track and fires back in. Back to first goes Fernando. 2 down. Manny Machado with a 3-hit day. Also a stolen base mixed in.
Manny did a nice job there going out and getting the slider to the pull side. This time it's a 2-seamer going the opposite way. Finding the hole, the 5.5 hole for Manny. It's a good night in the big leagues. McKenzie throws that fastball. It's pretty straight. Sure, he's got some oomph to it, but Manny likes that straight fastball, so beware if it's in the zone.
Lines one towards right on the run. Noel will get there to make the catch. That will end the inning. Sends us to the 9th in San Diego. Padres have a 7-2 lead. Padres have lead over the Guardians. We go to the 9th inning. The pitcher on for San Diego, 5th of the game, Wandy Peralta.
Spreading out a little bit, and for this left-hander, Wandy Peralta, we know what he's all about. He's got that really good changeup. Last year, 46 games, ERA just under 4. Not a lot of strikeouts, but weak contact when he's got that fastball locating up in the zone and that changeup down in a way. In that time, 38 1/3, 6 home runs, and the opponents batted .231.
Kyle Manzardo pitch hit and grounded out in the 6th inning. DH leading it off here in the 9th inning. On the ground right side, Cronenworth. One away.
Oh, you gotta love that. You know, the talk in the dugout, especially in an inning going out there for the 9th. Hey, get that first guy. That first guy's ever so important. And to throw very few pitches and to get that first guy, the first out, that's huge.
Here's Arias. With 1 out of the inning. Swing and a miss. Chase the changeup. Chop to third. Machado on the backhand. The throw is good. 2 down. 2 away in the 9th.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the glove in the arm of Manny Machado down there at third base. It never gets old.
Austin Hedges with 2 down in the 9th. Takes strike 1. For the faithful, stand as one at Petco Park in San Diego. $43,404 of them. Ground ball. Peralta plants and throws. Padres win! First time in franchise history, the San Diego Padres start the season 5-0. First major league victory for Kyle Hart. 7-2 final. What a night for Gavin Sheets. What a start to the season for Gavin Sheets and the Padres.
Everyone is contributing. We talked about it off the top and what this team can do. Everything from base running, defense, power, pitching, the pen. What a great story. Kyle Hart, pitching in the KBO last year, gets a big league win for the San Diego Padres and the club collectively, like you mentioned, Don, 5-0.
7-2 is the final. The Padres victorious in Game 1. Thank you for watching Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant and Bob Scanlon, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.
Padres stay perfect to start the season. Gavin Sheets came through with 4 RBIs to power the Padres offense right over Cleveland. They take game 1 7-2. Welcome on in to the Padres post-game show. Mary Louise Cook alongside Mike Pomeranz and, of course, Gavin Sheets, man of the hour. Now, Gavin, the Padres are off to a historical start, 5-0 for the first time in franchise history to start a season. What do you think has been the key to the Padres' success to this point?
It's just a complete lineup. We're having fun with every second of it. We're just relying on each other, and it's been incredible to be a part of, to be in front of this fan base and play here every night has been a lot of fun.
Got to be a little bit different. Boy, the last year in Chicago, that was tough times, buddy. 121 loss club. You come over here as a non-roster invitee, you make the team, you're swinging well in spring, you're swinging well now. What's been the biggest difference for you as far as your comfort at the plate and where you feel you are in the box?
Yeah, buying into what these guys have been teaching me. Loving what Victor's been doing and made some adjustments in spring training and really enjoying that and now just being a part of this lineup and making it as deep as possible. And it's been a blast to be a part of and just get into the next guy.
I want to ask you about your teammate Kyle Hart, who made his return to Major League Baseball. What did you make of his outing tonight?
He had a fantastic start. He came out, he threw the ball extremely well, and he gave us a job to go out and get a couple runs for him and make it as easy as possible and throwing strikes and just getting us back in to get us on offense.
You know, we saw the heroics in the opener with your home run of pinch hitting. But then tonight, you were really patient. You know, you battled back from a 3-0 count, you work yourself into a count again, and you get yourself a double. You had 2 two-run doubles. But that one in the 5th inning was particularly impressive. Walk us through that at bat and how it is you're now staying so patient at the plate.
Yeah, trusting that I'm going to get my pitch. And, if it's not my pitch, try to lay off it, look for one zone, and have a confident swing. I think when you're confident at the plate, you make the right decisions and you buy into your swing and everything that goes into it behind it. So just swinging with confidence and enjoying every second.
Gavin, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations to you and the Padres on going 5-0 to start the season.
Loving it. Thank you, guys.
Looking good and brown, my friend.
Love it.
Thanks for the time.
All right, Gavin Sheets, new Padres addition this season, batting 500, RBI 5 so far this season, OPS right up there as well, 7 hits, tied for second on the team. Scorching Sheets, how about that, Mike? What have been your initial impressions of him to this point?
Well, I think what they're getting from him is, like he had said, he's a patient. He's in a much better lineup than he was in Chicago. I think that's a huge difference maker for him because the pressure is different when you can pass the baton throughout a lineup like he's got here in San Diego. Completely different mindset. I do think, to his credit, he did buy into some of the teachings from hitting coach Victor Rodriguez, working different parts of the field. And you saw that today, the way he flipped that ball. That's what I asked him about it.
Yeah.
Flipping that ball down the left field line in the 5th inning, that was a big deal because a big, strong guy like that can get a little pull happy with runners on. And he had said, look, I want to use more of the field. I don't want to be one-dimensional, meaning just long ball dependent. And he's showing that right now. Whatever's working for him, buddy, don't change a thing. It is really captivating this city. If I hear one more chant of Holy Sheets, it'll probably be, tomorrow is when they'll do it again.
Tomorrow, that is right.
I love him here.
Now, of course, with good reason. With good reason. Now, Kyle Hart, of course, making his debut in a Padres uniform and, of course, making his return to Major League Baseball. Such a special night for him. What did you make of his outing?
Well, I know we're going to try to hear from him a little bit later on for you in the post-game show. I'd love to hear how he felt because, look, 32 years old. He had to spend time in Korea to find himself. Yes, he won their equivalent of the Cy Young there. Doesn't always translate here, but your first time out, packed house, another sellout. Got to be a little bit nerve-wracking, but in his role right now, being the only left-handed starter, he gives the Padres a chance to offer a little different look to a lineup instead of straight right-handers. And also, I thought he was able to work what his skill set allowed, meaning he was sweeper-heavy, change-up heavy. I thought the change-up looked really good, set up that sweeper pretty well. It's not going to overpower you with the fastball, but if you can give your team a lead, pitch 5 innings in today's game as a 34-5 guy in the rotation, you're doing more than your job. I thought he was really good tonight, first time out.
All right, now a big topic of conversation for us in the pregame show today was the bullpen. Pitching in general, but the bullpen. And I mean, it's giving me flashbacks to 2024. They were so good last year. What have you made of the bullpen tonight and to this point in the season?
You know, we've seen league-wide, a lot of the bullpens have been struggling. Not the Padres, boy. They have come into tonight 16 scoreless frames, and they did 4 more. They threw up 4 more today. It was good to see Alec Jacobs get himself out of a little bit of trouble. I thought Yuki Matsui, that splitter, and also his breaking ball, they were pretty on point tonight. It was good to see him get going. And we've talked about the pressure on Morahone this season. Tanner Scott now in a Dodgers uniform, so those high leverage spots are going to fall to Morahone. Wandy Peralta, just a pro all the way around. It was good to see everybody pass the baton, and I think give this team a chance to keep the momentum, because when your team is hot offensively, what every pitcher wants to do is get you back in the dugout. Keep hitting, not have long innings, not get too wild, not put on unnecessary base runners. I think the pen has been really good. When you come out of spring training as a group like that and be sharp, there really hasn't been one guy who's scuffled. It's pretty darn impressive. It's hard enough to get maybe 1 to 3 guys sharp this early. The Padres right now have a pretty good recipe going.
Off to a good start. It's just been really fun to see the team really clicking on all facets, I think, to this point.
Yeah.
But, of course, the bullpen been a very special thing to watch. Now, when we return here on the Padres postgame show, we will hear from the manager, Mike Shildt, on the Padres' 7-2 win over the Cleveland Guardians. Stick with us. Game show is sponsored by UC San Diego Health, the official healthcare provider of the San Diego Padres. San Diego moves to 5-0 to start off the season with a win over the Cleveland Guardians. Let's get you inside of the clubhouse to hear from the manager, Mike Shildt.
Feels great. I mean, listen, it's a good ball club. Off to a good start, clearly. Playing really good baseball across the board. Pitching, graduation to Kyle getting his first big league win. Solid 5. Doing all phases. The pitching, the bullpen's been great. Situational hitting, defense, base running, everything's on point.
What did you think of Kyle's outing today specifically, or anything that stood out to you?
I thought he was good. He changed speeds and, a couple of swings got him for some solo shots, but otherwise in control. Got the, big double play that helped out. Manny showing some more baseball IQ and acumen and understanding the rules of the game too. But, yeah, I thought he was good. Changeup was good. Through the different quadrants, fastball up played, so it's a good debut.
A couple bad pitches, as you mentioned, but otherwise it seemed like he was pretty comfortable out there, and even that play in the 5th inning kept his composure in terms of getting the ball over to Manny. It seemed pretty calm.
Yeah, no, he was in control. He missed guys that still, He's pitched a while. You know, he's pitched in the States. He's gone over and pitched in good international competition in Korea. So, you know, he can hold his own. But he, you know, aware of the running game, good looks early at the runner second base, tried to break on him, just under control, step off, made a nice play.
Kevin had such a nice spring training, and obviously he made some changes, but some people were wondering if it would translate into the big league season versus big league pitching. It seems to be proving that it's legit.
He's a good player, got a good swing. I just love his balance, not trying to do too much. You know, guys are trying to pitch him carefully. He's not giving in. He's doing the ball over the good part of the plate, just putting a good swing on. He's a big, strong kid, using the big part of the field. He's bought into our identity, and yeah, he's had a really nice start to the season, 4 ribbies tonight. So nice job with Gavin.
You've had a lot of opportunity in the past year or so to talk about Manny's baseball intelligence, but that play right there, just like, what did it take by him in terms of just his calmness, and what was your reaction as you were watching it?
Just another good baseball play from a really high IQ, great player. You know, one thing that's been I've appreciated of many things, getting to know Manny, is his real desire to understand and every aspect of the game. So anytime we talk about rules or we talk about nuances of the game, he is always chiming in on what's going on, and is very clear about what that looks like, has an opinion. He's a ball player, man. You know, he clearly is a talented guy with the bat on display tonight. I loved his stroke tonight. I loved his stroke all season, quite frankly. Elite defender. Not many people have his physical skill sets, but there's not many people that have that physical skill set but have the emotional IQ and the desire to match it. That's what elite players do, and he's a really, really intelligent, smart player.
I know first big league wins are always special, but can you kind of put into context what it means for Kyle to get it after the journey he's had to get to this point?
Yeah, I gotta, you know, I can only imagine. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of emotions going on. You know, he was really excited to know he was going to be in a rotation to get another crack at this thing, and that's why he went to Korea and worked on his craft. And you know, I can't begin to pretend to know his journey. I know it enough to know it's been not a straight line for him. So, you know, you just pull like heck for these guys, and you know that what they go through in this game to persevere, to stay with it, and do what it takes to compete at the big league level and to go get his first major league win. It's got to feel really good to him. I'm excited for him.
Along those lines, you had Rob Kaminsky in 2020, one of those rookies that year that never made it back. Are you aware that Kyle's the first guy from that year to make it back to the majors?
I'm actually not. You know, it's a good name, Rob. Great kid. I wasn't aware of that stat. It just proves how challenging and difficult it is.
Mike, a Monday night against Cleveland, over 43,000 here, just an unbelievable atmosphere. I know we've kind of become accustomed to it, but what can you say about the atmosphere for a Monday?
Really glad you brought it up. It's in my mind to make sure I talk about it tonight. You know, you look up and an uncharacteristic, weather day in San Diego on a Monday. There's some incentive to get the Jackson Merrill bobblehead, which is real. I've got mine. But it was not uncharacteristic in the turnout of the Petco Park faithful and the faithful Friars. So it means a lot when you show up on a Monday night and you get a crowd like that that's spirited into the game from the first pitch all the way to the end. It means a lot to our ball club and our franchise.
So Yuki's first outing in opening day, 2 leaping catch helped him, but today he got 3 strikeouts. Well, how about that?
Yuki was really good. You know, he's controlling that first hitter. Stuff's been crisp all spring. Good the opening day. You mentioned against Atlanta, but tonight, boom, all the split work and the fastball's got life to it. Yuki's in a really good place, throwing the ball very well.
All right, it was great to hear from the manager, Mike Shildt. Now, Mike, we've talked a lot about Manny Machado's offense, but of course we heard Mike Shildt there allude to that defensive play in the 5th inning. What did you make of that?
Well, baseball IQ, as Mike Shildt said, it is and has been for many, many years, right? It's off the charts, but I want to give you the reasons why he was saying that tonight. Gabriel Arias had singled in his frame, and then Austin Hedges had walked. Then they try the double steal. Arias breaks for third, so Kyle Hart throws to Manny Machado at third, so he tags out the runner. But here's what makes this fascinating. This is the IQ. He knows he's got a chance at an interference situation here. He doesn't even have the ball in his throwing hand, but he feigns the throw to second to let the umpire know, look, I got a shot. I'm going to try to make a play at second, but this base runner got in my way. That is what you call savvy. It's that type of instantaneous reaction that a lot of players would have just been too tied up with the base runner and been happy to have gotten the one out. But Manny already looking to see if he's got to play at second base, even though he knows he's basically being tackled. Just the arm fake alone was enough to say, look, I had a play, I couldn't make it. This guy was in my way, and they get the double play. That is baseball IQ.
Wildly impressive.
Yeah,
a lot
really.
of moving parts there to think that quickly.
That's what makes him special.
My gosh.
Yeah.
All right, when we return here on the Padres postgame show, as Mike so kindly alluded to earlier, we're going to be hearing from Kyle Hart. Stick with us here. Uniform in his return to Major League Baseball. Now let's get you inside of the clubhouse to hear from him.
Kyle, congratulations on your first Major League win. How does it feel?
Yeah, I waited a long time for that. Waited a long time for that beer shower right there. Just thrilling. It's awesome too that it's on the the heels of 4 consecutive wins, and obviously the last time that this organization did that, we won the pennant, I think. So. It's been an unbelievable start. I think the focus and energy that each and every one of us has brought has been kind of the key, focusing on the details and everything like that. So good start for me, great defense, great offense, just keep it rolling.
What kind of emotions do you feel? I mean, first of all, making the team, getting this opportunity, and now actually getting the W today?
Yeah, like making the team was obviously the first thing I had to do. So been a quick turnaround. Once I did that, kind of focusing on how can I help this team win games. And I thought I did just enough tonight. Yeah, really proud of it, really proud of this group, really proud to be a part of it.
What was working for you tonight in particular, or anything that you did differently here? And what did you feel like the reactions were of the Major League hitters versus the hitters that you were facing last year?
Yeah, I thought I mixed it up pretty well. Obviously, that's a good lineup. they're able to kind of mix and match, only put one lefty in there, which is tough on me. Obviously, I think I'm pretty strong against lefties at times, so I kept them off balance at times. There was some hard contact at guys, kind of a little bit everything. I thought the changeup was good. There's room for it to be a little bit better. I could set it up a little bit better, but overall, I thought I mixed it up.
Thoughts on playing in front of this Petco Park crowd tonight on a Monday night, 43,000? What was the energy like, and did it help you succeed?
Yeah, luckily I had 4 dry runs. Being the 5th guy in my situation was kind of a good thing for me. Just watching how those 4 starting pitchers did it, what our team routine kind of looks like on a day-to-day. So I was really thought that was beneficial to have that. Petco's amazing. I haven't been to all the ballparks in the country, but I find it hard to believe that there's many better than this one. I mean, it's Monday night and there's 43 and change here. It's just like, I don't know who else is doing that consistently. So it's a privilege to pitch in front of these fans, and I look forward to doing it all year.
Can you walk us through that double play that you started, what you saw when the runner broke?
Yeah, we did a good job of sniffing that out. I mean, early February, we put an emphasis on controlling the running game, and we just hammered it. And in that moment, like, I sniffed out something, and I just held the ball a little bit longer. And luckily, I heard what I was hoping to hear, which is step off, and delivered a good throw to Manny. And we kind of got one go our way there with the interference call. I wasn't sure how they were going to score that, and you don't see many pick-off double plays, but it was huge for us in that moment.
For you especially, I mean, that got you out of that inning.
Yeah, I was really disappointed with the walk to Hedges, obviously. I was just trying to get a double play there, and it was unconventional, but it was a double play, so,
Now, considering your journey with the KBO and everything, what did tonight mean for you?
Yeah, I can't even describe it, honestly. I just want to go see my family and enjoy it. So couldn't ask for a better group of guys to share my first win with. I hope I win a lot more games, but I'm going to enjoy this one for now.
I spoke to you in spring, and I asked you about if you felt there was some pressure coming back over here, and you said yes to that. Did getting that first start kind of relieve some of that pressure?
It did. And like I was saying, just going through the first 4 games and going through my routine and watching everybody else kind of relieved the pressure of today for me. Watching every single one of our starters, all of our bullpen guys, just the way they work and the focus they bring, that helped me kind of elevate, but also calm myself a little bit throughout the day. And I think anytime you're playing for a team like this that has these high of expectations, there's always going to be pressure. I think it'll be like that for the rest of the season. So to answer your question, yeah, there's some pressure. I feel it, but did a good job of kind of calming it and executing it tonight.
Oh, good for him. Congratulations, Kyle Hart. Your first major league win, and it comes as a Padre. All right, let's get you set for Game 2 tomorrow against these Cleveland Guardians. Left-hander Logan Allen is going to go for Cleveland. He's got to right himself. Had a tough year last year. Speaking of righting himself, let's look for good things out of Michael King tomorrow. It'll be his second start. Remember, he was the opening day starter, his first time in his career. Obviously, a little out of sorts, going 2 2/3 with 4 hits and 4 walks. That is not Michael King at all. So if you think that is a sign of something, you'd be horribly mistaken. I look for a nice start from him now that he's comfortable again, and the team is in such a nice flow.
Oh, yeah. I remember earlier on he was just talking about how the vibe here is you just hope that the guy that went before you, they pass the baton, they're like, all right, do better than me. So look forward to seeing what Michael King is going to do tomorrow.
By the way, you blew the forecast tonight.
Oh, I did.
Didn't you say it was going to be dry when we got on for postgame?
I definitely did not say that.
Well, you'd have been
I
wrong.
was complaining about the humidity. My shoes are ruined today, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Game 1 against the Cleveland Guardians. The San Diego Padres take it. We'll see you tomorrow, 6:15 p.m. as the Padres hope to continue their streak and go 6-0 to start the season. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night.